everybody, this is Tanisha, and this episode is called From Fans to Friends, okay? So basically, I will be sharing a story about a super dedicated fan who ended up becoming a friend. So, here's how the story goes. I received the message back in 2014 at some point. The message, I can't remember the details exactly, but basically she sent me a picture of herself as well as a picture of me that looks very similar. And I'll post up a picture of that in a second. So the pictures look very similar, and she wanted to share it with me because she thought it looked awesome. And I was like, cool, that's a cool image. We do look pretty identical. And I was like, well, we must be twins then. Cool. So, you know, I receive little messages like that sometimes, and they're cool, and I kind of thought that was the end of the conversation, but Beastmode, and I already talked to her about this, so she's cool with it. Beastmode, that girl Beastmode was on another level, because here's the deal. She sent me another message the next day, just talking about her life, right? And I was like, cool. You know, I didn't really, like, dive into it, but, you know, I did read the message, and I responded back. But then she started telling me more about her life, and that went on consistently for about 3 months, right? So, literally every day for about 3 months, right? So, eventually, when people start telling you about their life, she was talking to me about, you know, her roller derby team, and she was also talking to me about this guy and all kinds of things. And I was like, you know, eventually when you keep receiving messages, and she likes to do very long paragraphs usually, eventually you get invested, okay? I got invested in her story, and I was like, you know what? What's going on with the guy? I just need to know what's going on with the guy, because you told me so much about the guy, and I need to know the end of the story, okay? And so we talked about that, and eventually, so we end up meeting at one of the playoffs. I was still with Houston at this point. This is 2014. The first time I met her was at a playoffs in Nashville, and I was with my team doing warm-ups and stuff, and she came around the corner, and she was like, you might not know who I am. And I was like, because she wanted a picture and stuff, she was like, you might not know who I am. But I was like, oh no. Oh, I know who you are. Because you've been sending me messages for months. So I definitely know who you are. And yeah, we end up taking a picture, and we end up watching some games together, whatever. And I remember one of my Houston teammates being like, do you want us to ask her to go away? And I was like, no, she's cool. I mean, I don't know. We just ended up talking for the rest of that tournament, and that was fun. And then that very same weekend, we also went skating. Now, I can't really tell you which day it was because I can't even remember. I just know that I snuck out because, you know, I don't know. You're supposed to, like, be with the team, whatever. I snuck out of the hotel to go skating that night, just to hang out and go skating. And then somehow I made it back for whatever team meeting there was, or footage review. I don't know what it was. Just know that I risked my life to go jam skating with Beastmode. I hope she knows that. Well, she does know that, because at first she was like, oh, well, if you can't go skating, that's okay. I don't want to get you in trouble. And I was like, it's fine. I'm going to make it happen. It's fine. Okay? So we ended up going skating and having a good time there. Eventually, I told her that I think I might go coach at Beat Me Halfway for the first time. I was super nervous about it because I never coached roller derby in my life, and I never could imagine myself doing that. And here I am. So, yeah, Beat Me Halfway was the first thing that I ever coached at, and Charmaine was like, okay, well, Charmaine Beastmode, she was like, I'm gonna try to make it to Beat Me Halfway. And I was like, you know what? We've talked for 3 months. I feel like I kind of know her. we should totally room together. That's what I was like, we should room together. So somehow we made that happen, and we ended up sharing a room at Beat Me Halfway and having a lot of fun that weekend. We shared it with some other skaters as well. So I was like, you know what, that went really well. And eventually more months went by. And as you know, RollerCon was coming up in July. And somehow I convinced her to go to her first ever RollerCon, which was going to be my second RollerCon. And we ended up rooming together there as well. She was also responsible for my super first solo coaching thing that I did in Tennessee, which I had no idea what I was doing because I just didn't expect anybody to come. I didn't expect anybody to come. And that weekend, I want to say about 60 to 70 people came to the little camp that we held that weekend in Tennessee. And that was kind of the real kickoff to like my solo coaching things. So, without her forcing me to do that, because she's like, you should come to Clarksville and teach us roller derby stuff. She likes to say that she was definitely creepy at the beginning, but I say she was just definitely determined, super determined. Honestly, I have no idea what she was trying to get out of me, get out of me at those beginning stages, but ultimately we became friends, and she's super cool to talk to, and yeah, thanks for being cool, thanks for being dedicated to the cause, thanks for all your support, and yeah, I will be seeing you soon, because I don't know, I have to make a trip out there to Tennessee or something like that, but we'll make it all happen. I don't know. But that is one super short story about Fans to Friends. Okay. Bye.